Welcome to the 8th and final part of this tutorial series, and in this video we're going to be adding the animation to our game. So let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is simply scroll up to the top, because that's where we're going to be adding some animation variables. So we have this wait, let me find them right here. Okay, cool. We have this animation variables, player sprite and zombie sprite, as that's the animation variables we use at the beginning. But a bit later, I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. We're gonna actually add the animation. So the first thing the first array I'm gonna create is, let me call this animations, animation arrays, and I'm gonna say let player movement animation equal to, and then just an empty array, and then I'm gonna say for let I equal to 0, and I'm going to say I is less than 20, and then I plus plus. Oh my goodness, wait, hold on. Okay, cool, there we go. So I plus plus. So we have 20 movement animations, so I'm just going to go ahead and push them all into them instead of adding them manually. So we just have to say player and movement or animation dot push, and then we're just going to push a brand new image. So we're just going to say new image and semicolon, and then go player movement animation, and then say I dot source equals to. So just go ahead and, oh my goodness, I'm gonna copy this directory. So so this is the directory you want to copy. So it's here, images, tabs, copy everything correctly. And then the only difference here we're seeing is let me go here where we have our movement. The thing that changes is numbers right here. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. So we're just gonna say this right here. So we're gonna say I and do that 20 times. We have 17 here. So I'm gonna change this to 18. But we also so I0 starts at 0 to 17. Yeah, cool. So that's what we need to do. Next, we can basically do this for almost everything. So the next one is going to be our shoot animation, and then let's just look at our shoot animation. Oh my goodness, that makes sense. Okay, so I opened the wrong one. Shotgun move. No. Okay, yeah, we got 20. My bad. So yeah, change this back to 20, and then we're gonna change this to 3. And let me get the directory for you guys. The position. And let me just paste it here. Okay, cool. So here, instead of move, we're just gonna change this to shoot, survivor shoot shotgun, and then .png. So now that's our shoot animation. Let me go ahead and do the same for our idle. We're gonna have an idle when our player is not moving and not shooting. So we're gonna say player idle animation, and we're gonna set that to less than 16. And then of course, the biggest thing here, you want to change this as well. let me go ahead and change that. So change that to shoot, change this to shoot, change this to idle, change this to idle as well. And okay, cool, that's good. Now, yeah, let me just get this area for you guys. So for our shoot, it's this. Definitely not that. What do we got here? We're looking for our idle. Okay, my bad. So let me get the idle. Okay, so we got the idle, our shoot, and our move, and our idle is 20. So we have 20 in our idle, so we're going to change this to 20. And there we go. Now we just need to do the 2 more for our zombies. So, okay, cool. Let me do this. I'm going to say let zombie movement animation, and then just set that to an empty array. And I'm going to say, you know what? I'm just going to copy this. I'm going to copy this, and instead of 3, I'm going to set this to 16 because we have 16 sprites. And then, yeah, that's where we're going to get our problem. Now we're going to set zombie movement animation. Copy that as well. Put this here. And then let me just get the directory of it. This one's a lot shorter. There we go. I just messed up and put this into strings. Cool. And then I'm pretty sure I put this in the wrong thing. Yep, I put it in the wrong thing. So let me just copy and do. Yeah, put this here in the zombie. Okay, cool. And then final thing, I just need to get the attack animation. So copy this, change this to zombie attack, change this to zombie attack, and change this to zombie attack. And then put this here. Cool, perfect. Now change this to 8, because we have 8 in our attack for our zombie. 8 sprites. Well, not 8, I have 9, but the indexes go up to 8. Okay, so now if we scroll down, we're gonna have to do a bit more animating. So let me scroll all the way down to the bottom, so we can create some animation functions. So let me do that here. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So let me just scroll here. I'm gonna say animation variables, and the first one is going to be let I, oh my gosh, let I equal to 0, let R equal to 0, and then let wait time equal to 10. So the first function I'm going to create is function player movement animation, and we got to call this a function, so we can just call it, function. And alright, cool, there we go. Now it's going to be about the same thing we do for almost all of these functions, which we're going to say if wait time equals to 0. Basically, we're going to give some wait time so that there's a little bit of a delay in between each frame of our animation. I'm just going to say, so here our wait time is 10, so we wait 10 steps and then play the next thing in our animation. We're just going to say player sprite equals to player movement animation, and then just say I modulo player movement animation dot length dot src, and then just say I equals to I plus 1 modulo player movement animation dot length. And then if that's not the case, so basically here we're just using it to increment through the animations in our variable, the sprites in our array. And then we're just going to say wait time minus minus, so we decrement it. And now we can just go ahead and copy this and then say player shoot animation function, and then here we're gonna say player sprite equals to player shoot. Change this to shoot, and then we just say I equals I plus 1, and then we want to set our wait time to 20 for this, and then we also want to since it's a shotgun, we want to first make sure that our shotgun animation is finished. We go boom and then stop, then we can shoot again as well. That's just another thing we're gonna put into consideration. So we're gonna say if player sprite equals to player shoot animation 2.src, then we're gonna say shoot animation over equals to true. That means the shoot animation is over because we only have 3 in the shoot animation, and yeah, that's all we need. So here for our idle, copy this. Difference is we're gonna make our wait time 30, and we don't need this. And then instead here, just set this to idle, and idle. And now that's all we need there. So for our function, let me go ahead and create a brand new function, because the zombie function we can't just copy and paste. It's kind of a bit more complicated, and I kind of want to walk you through the steps. So we're gonna say animation zombie attack, or zombie movement function. And we're gonna take a zombie. We're gonna take a parameter. It's gonna be the zombie num. Which zombie are we affecting in the zombie arrays? And that's 1, I think. Okay, it's fine. Anyways, we're gonna say if zombie wait time zombie num equals to 0. So like if we're past the amount of time we're allowed to wait, then we're gonna say zombies zombie num dot image dot src equal to zombie movement animation, and then just here say zombies animation position, and say zombie num, and then modulo zombie movement animation dot length. So yeah, right here we're just gonna go through all the different sprites in our variable, and then after that we're just gonna say zombies animation position zombie num equals to zombies animation position zombie num plus 1 modulo zombie. Okay, so here we're just setting the sprite for our zombie whichever one we're targeting in our array, and then after that we're just going to change its animation position so that it changes the sprite of the animation that is showing, and then we just have to change its wait time to 5. And after that, of course, we need to decrement our wait time, decrease it by 1. So we just say zombies wait time zombie num minus semicolon. So with our attack animation, we're going to copy this, but it's going to be a little different as well. But at least here we can use this as a base. So instead of zombie movement, we're going to say zombie attack animation function. And okay, so we're going to change this to attack. Change this to zombies animation position. Change this to attack. Okay, that's cool. Now, let me go over this as well. Yeah, instead of movement, we just set this to attack. And then, zombies wait time equals to 5. And now we just need to create an if statement. So we're going to say if zombies zombie num dot image dot source equals to zombie attack animation 6 dot src. I'm going to say if zombies player collision zombie num equals to true, then end the game. So in our zombie animation, the peak of our animation is where he goes like this, like where his hands are crossing, almost looks like he finished his attack, and that's the 6. That's in the 6 index. And once that happens, and we just looking for colliding, we end the game. And the game is a function, so of course we have to call it as such. With brackets. We actually want to implement these animations. So to implement it, let's go all the way here where we move our grass. So right here where we say if type equals to grass, move forward. We want to right before we move our player, I'm gonna say movement and idle animation. And then we're going to say if not shoot animation over. So basically, if we're not shooting, because we don't want to be able to walk or do our idle while we're shooting, and we just say if our this, then we continue with our player shoot animation function. But if that's not the case, then we're gonna set player movement animation function to true. Let me copy that. Okay, cool. Now we just do the same thing here. We don't need to change anything. Just paste it there because we want it to run if we're moving forward or backwards. And then we also want to say if we're not, what's this function? Else if move backwards. Now if we're not moving at all, and then we want to do this, but the only difference being if we're not moving, if we're not shooting, then we just want to do the idle instead. So idle. Cool. Okay, so now we can scroll down, and right where we wrote this comment, just undo it. It's cool. And then we also want to animate our zombies when they walk. Now let's go to where we move our zombies. Okay, yeah, okay. Now scroll down to where we kill the zombies, and then also the collision detection. Okay, cool. So now at the collision detection, if we set our zombie player collision to true, we want it to attempt an attack. So zombies attack animation function and semicolon. Then just go here, set this to I, and remove this and save that. So the first problem, this is me. I named this wrongly, and then all the zombie animations are supposed to take in a, what is it called? They're supposed to take in a parameter. So even when we're walking, which yeah, we did that. I think yeah, it's not because I named it wrong. And then yeah, this should be a parameter, not okay. Let me just go. No. This is not a yeah. It's not a parameter. Yeah, this is a parameter. Okay, cool. So go here, and then the same here. We want to call it with I. It's not an array. It is not an array. And I might have made that. Let me see. So scroll up. Cool. So that should be about it. Let me scroll up again. Okay, cool. So now let me open this, retry. All right, cool. Okay, another problem. This should be idle. Yeah, that should be idle. Okay, cool. And I think, okay, so this right here, if we just paste and look for it, that means we are not calling it properly, so I must have spelled it wrong. So let me go here where we call it. Okay, cool. And I'm pretty sure I probably called this one wrong as well, so just go zombies, movement, animation function, I, and just to be sure, let me copy this here, paste it here. Okay, cool. So now let me run this. Okay, we do our idle. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah. For our animation here, just set this to set the wait time back to 10. This function right here. So our movement animation, we're supposed to look if this equals to 0 like that. So we kind of did that wrong, and we did the same mistake here. So check if this equals to 0 like that. We're not supposed to check it in the index. And I believe that should be it. If we walk, yep, we can walk nicely. We can walk nicely back. Now let's wait for a zombie. Yep, they're walking pretty cool. We can shoot them and kill them. And let's just wait for the final zombie. All right, let me have him kill me. Okay. Okay, so I just found out the problem. I also put a 0 here. I forgot to remove it. Let me put the 0 here, save, and let's run that one more time. So okay, so we can walk nicely. We can go back nicely, look around, shoot, do that little animation, have this guy come and kill us, and yep, hold on. Okay, so yeah, he kills us a little pretty fast, so. Okay, and another problem I have here, just go back up to our restart screen. I added an S here. If you copy that as well, please change that. And okay, cool. So let's get killed. Yep, that's the old version of the game. Let me just wait for somebody to come. Okay, cool. Yep, and there we go. It also has our high score down here. Of course, you may want to actually change the look of it. In order to do that, just go let me go here. We go here, white center. Let me just copy that. For our high score, yes. Okay, cool. And just go to where we have game over and paste that here, save it, and let me go ahead and bring up the game one more time. And let me just have this guy come kill me. Yep, there we go, and our high score shows. And the only thing we don't have in our game is, of course, restarting with R, because if you click it, you notice nothing happens. And then just to change that, all you got to do is run into your code and go to where we have handle movement, press, and then just say if key equals to 82, because that's the key code for R. And then we of course have to see if game is over. Then we're gonna start the game over like this. So there we go. Now let me just test this out again. So now let's run around and see if we can find some zombies to shoot. Okay, boom, killed him. Our score went up by 1. And then we can have this zombie come and kill me. Boom, and then our high score is 1. Restart, and yep, there we go. So that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Please smash that like button and congratulations for making it to the end of this video series. And please make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications so you don't miss any future tutorial series. So I'm gonna see you in the next one. Peace.